Today we're in the village of Portals Nous, requested by Robert DeMilo. So here we are, Robert. Hope you enjoy this video. We're just standing in the square opposite the supermarket Sidon. This is our old stomping ground. We used to live here. We lived here for a good many years, and so it's like coming home for us. So I hope you enjoy our little tour of Portals Nous. So this is the road that leads down to what used to be the American school and the church at the end. So we're going to go down there. We're going to go past one of our favourite little restaurants, Cimelli's. Great place to come for a meal or for breakfast. So just down there we've got a few shops there. There's the Oratorio and the bookshop down there, the Universal Bookshop. Our Ash Rent-A-Car's been there for quite a while. And this bank is now Bank of Mark. It's changed over the years. Some building we can see in the square. The house was demolished that was there. Back here, there. This restaurant on this corner has changed a number of times recently. And here we've got what's now called the Secret Garden. A restaurant which was, when we first came to the island, was called the Blanco y Negro. And changed to various names. For one time, a short time, it was owned by Julian Lennon, John Lennon's son. Now it's called the Secret Garden. Anyone who went to the American school will remember this road walking down towards the Oratorio, with a church at the end and the American school on the left. So when we get down there, we'll have a look to see what's the same and what's changed. When we first came to the island 35 years ago, this was called the American School of Mallorca. And shortly after they changed the name to the American International School. Not sure why they changed, and then it changed hands again, and now it's referred to as King Richard III College. So it's still here, it's still a school, still working. It's had its ups and downs over the years, just like all of the schools, I think. But they seem to be doing some nice work. There's some very nice gates at the front there, and looking into the inside, they've actually got some workers doing some work at the moment. Schools are due to open next week, so hopefully they'll be ready. So just moving round from the school, there's the hill that takes you down to the little beach in Bendinat. And then this area used to be a sandy football pitch, but that's all been redeveloped, and now we have a little sports centre here with a small football pitch, basketball, and some buildings over on the far side. So this is the Oratorio Church. We're just going to walk down there. In the past there's been restaurants down here. I seem to remember one run by a couple named Steve and Yolanda. It was quite interesting because you bought the meat from them and then barbecued it yourself. It made quite a fun sort of meal. And then on the left hand side there was another restaurant. Well, that used to be theirs as well, but that all seems to have gone now. But the church is still here, and the buildings that surround it are here too. But the restaurants themselves are closed, and so is the restaurant that was on that side. So just going to walk down the side of the church here. We'll be coming towards the sea and overlooking the Portals beach. So splendid views here, beautiful place to come. Hopefully they've not got a church service yet. So just looking down. So there's the church, the entrance to the church. So they're set up for an outside church service. Not sure what the significance of the different colours are. All set up. So now we're overlooking the beach in Portals Nous. Beautiful clear sea, lots of people swimming, lots of people on the beach down there, and over in the distance we've got the port of Puerto Portals. Moving further on we've got Palmanova and Magaluf. But here beautiful sea to swim in. Just last week we swam across to the island there. It's not too deep. Many places on your way across you can actually touch the bottom. Not quite walk across, but certainly a nice swim. Great for snorkeling. In amongst all the weeds, lots of little fish. Some of them actually nibble your feet as you get in. So if you want to see our video of the beach and swimming across the island with some underwater footage, you'll find that in my YouTube channel as well, so that's another one for you to have a look at. We're going to leave the seaside and we're going to head up past the church again, and we're going to head up into the village and do a little bit of videoing around the village. This is something new in the church grounds that I've actually never seen before. Water of life, but it's not potable, so you can't drink it. So this is the back of the supermarket Sidon, which is a centre point for the local community. Really good supermarket with parking at the back. As we come round here, this is the house on the corner, and this is where we used to live. We lived here for a good many years in this house before we moved up into Genoa. So lots of great memories of living here, and that's where we used to live. This is the road that leads down to the beach. There is a small car park on the way down, but it is only a small car park. Usually gets full quite quickly. You can park on the road, and it's limited, so the fencing here is actually to close the beach off should there become too many people. On this side, new development in the village. We're just walking down Calle Marina again towards the sea, just to have a look to see what it looks like around here. So this was the house of Sarah Lane Wise. Sarah Lane Wise started BIS many years ago. Those people who remember the school, she was the founder, and that's where she lived. It was just down the street from us. And all of this in front didn't exist when we first came to the island. They built these apartment blocks. This one with very nice gardens, and then in front of us we've got Las Terrazas, which all started to get built when the port started to appear, and they're now quite nice apartments looking out over the sea. So we're coming up here to what used to be the Fabiola Hotel, and then it changed into an old people's home, and now it's changed again, referred to as Elements. And we're told it's very nice inside. It's not something we've actually seen. So here's the front of the hotel Elements. Actually looks to be open. Maybe they're doing some work on it. But yeah, nice. Just looking at it now, I'm not actually sure it is a hotel. I think it may well be apartments. There's a website here, www.elementsportals.de. So it sounds as though it's a German company that set it up. Been a lot of changes in the village of Portals. In front of us we now have an Italian pizzeria restaurant, surgery, an abogado, a lawyer. That used to be Los Molinos restaurant, owned by a family from BIS, David Jabroa's family. Unfortunately, David Jabroa is no longer with us, passed away some years ago. Next to that, Delsey's, really another centre for the expat community. Delsey's where you used to get your greetings cards. Many years ago, it's where we used to get our videos. So when we first came to the island, we didn't have satellite television or internet television, so Delsey's used to rent out videos that were recorded, and
flights.
They even booked flights, yeah. So, sadly, Delsi's is no longer. Delsian died a while ago, and now the place is up for sale again. Some more restaurants down on that side, and then in front of us we have the Marina Portals Hotel. Marina Portals Hotel used to be apartments when we first came to the island, but now it's no longer. There's a couple more restaurants and some different things down there. The Iscar rent-a-car, that was actually Delsi's as well. Delsi's rent-a-car. And come down this side, another restaurant. And we have Multi-Marine, which is the yacht chandlers. Provide you with just about anything you want for your yacht, and a great place to buy stuff for boats. On this side now we've got the ship, and we're walking back into Portals. When we first moved to the island, this white block here didn't exist. It was just a piece of rough land with nothing on it at all, and we were in the house which was across the road from this piece of land. And so we actually watched this building be built and grow up, and now it's fully matured with different shops, restaurants on 3 different levels. So we've got a level down below, this is the street level, and there is a level higher up which is more for offices. There used to be restaurants up there, but I think it's mainly offices now. On the other side, some of you may remember, that was the Flintstones bar. For many years they had to change the name, but it seemed to be very successful as the Flintstones bar. But that's suddenly changed, very suddenly, more or less overnight changed, and became this restaurant, which is now closed as well. So lots of changes in the village of Portals. Hope you've enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy it, give me a thumbs up, and if you want to see some more, subscribe please. So see you in the next video. This is Casa Paco. There's a menu del dia, special one for the weekend. Always a good value meal, somewhere we enjoy coming. Paco's been here for a good number of years. So a different view of the house that we used to live in here in Portals Nous. Lived here for a good many years. It's undergone something of a transformation though over all that time.